What if success isn't something you achieve, but something you awaken within yourself? Imagine a reality where success isn't measured by material possessions or accolades, but by the depth of your connection to your spirit, your purpose, and the universe. This perspective challenges the conventional belief that success is earned through relentless effort. Instead, it invites us to see success as a reflection of spiritual alignment, a state of being where inner peace and fulfillment naturally attract the external results we seek. Have you ever felt that despite achieving your goals, something was still missing? Or wondered why some people, even with all the wealth and recognition in the world, seem deeply unhappy? These questions point to an undeniable truth: success without spirituality is hollow. When we ignore our spiritual essence, success becomes a shallow pursuit, leaving us disconnected and unfulfilled. However, when we embrace spirituality as the foundation of our lives, success takes on a richer, more meaningful form. It becomes a journey of growth, connection, and alignment with our higher purpose, a success that resonates with the soul, not just the ego. Spiritual success begins by understanding that we are not separate from the universe, but deeply interconnected with its infinite wisdom and energy. By shifting our focus inward, we tap into the vast reservoir of potential within us, an inner source of creativity, clarity, and strength. This is not about renouncing ambition or material desires, but about approaching them with mindfulness and intention. When our actions align with the flow of universal energy, life unfolds effortlessly, and success comes as a natural consequence of being in harmony with our spirit. This journey toward spiritual success asks us to redefine our relationship with life. It's not about striving or controlling, but about trusting and surrendering to the divine rhythm of existence. By quieting the noise of the external world and reconnecting with our inner selves, we open the door to a success that is both profound and lasting. True spiritual success is not a destination, it's a way of living, a continuous state of alignment with our true nature. Are you ready to step into this deeper understanding of success and embrace the power of your spirit? The law of giving is rooted in a deep spiritual truth. True abundance arises from the act of giving. This principle goes beyond the material world and invites us to connect with the flow of universal energy. When we give, whether it's love, kindness, time, or resources, we create an energetic exchange that flows from the heart and returns to us in ways that nourish our soul. Spiritual giving is not just about handing over possessions, but about opening ourselves to a greater connection with the universe. It is through this generosity of spirit that we align ourselves with the deeper currents of life, tapping into an abundance that is ever present, waiting to be embraced. Giving, in this sense, transcends the physical act of exchanging goods or services. It is an act of love, of compassion, and of spiritual alignment. When we give freely without expectation, we allow ourselves to become channels for the divine energy that flows through all things. This energy doesn't just pass through us, it transforms us, expanding our hearts and deepening our sense of purpose. The law of giving teaches us that by offering ourselves to others, we open the doors to our own spiritual growth and fulfillment. In a world that often values accumulation over connection, giving reminds us that our true wealth is not measured by what we possess, but by the love and light we share with others. Spiritual giving requires us to be present, to be mindful of the needs of others, and to act from a place of genuine care. It's not about what we give, but the energy with which we give it. This energy is what matters in the spiritual realm. When we offer something with an open heart, it connects us to a greater universal flow that is constantly moving, constantly creating. This flow is not limited to material possessions, it extends to emotional and spiritual gifts as well. Kindness, compassion, and even a simple smile are all forms of giving that create an expansive energy, attracting more positivity and abundance into our lives. As we embrace the law of giving, we are invited to let go of fear and scarcity. The act of giving releases our attachment to material things and opens us up to a deeper trust in the universe's ability to provide. By giving freely, we affirm our belief in the infinite abundance of the universe, recognizing that there is always enough for everyone. The more we give, the more we step into alignment with this spiritual truth, creating a cycle of generosity that nurtures not only the world around us, but also our own inner peace and fulfillment. When we live by this law, we create a life filled with love, connection, and a deeper sense of purpose. The law of karma is one of the most powerful spiritual laws governing the universe. It teaches us that every action, thought, and intention we send out into the world creates an energy that eventually returns to us, magnified. Karma is not just about good or bad deeds, but about the spiritual energy we cultivate in every moment. The essence of this law is simple. What we put into the universe, whether consciously or unconsciously, comes back to us in the form of experiences, relationships, and opportunities. It is an intricate web of cause and effect, where the energy we emanate shapes our reality. At the heart of the law of karma is the concept of spiritual accountability. Each choice we make, no matter how small, has a ripple effect on our lives and on the lives of those around us. Our intentions, rooted in our thoughts and feelings, determine the energy we send out. If our actions come from a place of love, compassion, and understanding, we are contributing positive energy to the world. This positive energy returns to us in the form of blessings, peace, and harmony. Conversely, actions fueled by anger, fear, or selfishness create negative energy, which eventually finds its way back to us. The law of karma asks us to cultivate awareness of our actions and their spiritual consequences, recognizing that we are constantly shaping our lives through our choices. Living in harmony with the law of karma means understanding that spiritual growth is not just about seeking external rewards, but about the inner energy we radiate. True spiritual evolution occurs when we act with pure intentions, free from attachment to outcomes. It is in surrendering to the present moment and trusting that our actions, rooted in truth and love, will lead us to a life of peace and fulfillment. Each moment is an opportunity to make a choice that aligns us with the divine flow of the universe. By choosing kindness over judgment, love over fear, and compassion over indifference, we create a reality that reflects these high vibrations. The law of karma also emphasizes the power of forgiveness. By forgiving others and ourselves, we release negative karmic patterns that bind us to past experiences, allowing the energy of healing and transformation to flow freely. Forgiveness is a spiritual practice that lightens the soul and clears the path for more positive karma to manifest in our lives. Through this practice, we create an energy of peace that expands outward, creating a harmonious cycle of spiritual growth. By living in alignment with the law of karma, we step into a life that is not only abundant in material blessings, but also rich in spiritual fulfillment. The law of least effort teaches us the profound wisdom of surrender and trust in the flow of life. At its core, this law reminds us that true power and success arise when we align with the natural rhythm of the universe rather than forcing outcomes through struggle and resistance. The law of least effort is about embracing the effortless flow of life, where our actions are guided by ease, grace, and harmony rather than by stress or exertion. When we trust in the divine timing and let go of our need to control every detail, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with the spiritual forces at play in our lives. In this state, we are not trying to force things to happen, but rather allowing things to unfold naturally, with love and understanding. This law emphasizes the importance of acceptance and inner peace. When we stop resisting what is and instead accept the present moment, we release the mental and emotional burdens that prevent us from experiencing true fulfillment. By surrendering to the present, we let go of the need to struggle or control, and instead find the path of least effort where everything we need is already aligned and available to us. The law of least effort invites us to let go of the illusion of control and trust that the universe is always working in our favor. When we approach life with acceptance, we shift from a place of force to one of flow, where our actions are guided by intuition and a sense of divine purpose. This does not mean we become passive or disengaged. Rather, it calls for a mindful presence where we act when inspired and rest when needed. It's about being in harmony with the present moment, trusting that the right opportunities will appear at the right time. As we embrace this law, we come to realize that life is not meant to be a constant struggle. Instead, it is a journey of surrender, where we allow ourselves to be guided by a higher intelligence, and where the fruits of our labor arrive with ease and grace. This spiritual law teaches us that true success does not come from forcing things to happen, but from allowing life to unfold naturally, trusting that everything we desire is already on its way to us when we align with the flow of universal energy. The law of intention and desire is deeply rooted in the understanding that our intentions and desires are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of the cosmic flow. This law teaches us that everything we desire is a natural expression of our higher self, and when we set clear intentions aligned with our spiritual essence, we create the conditions for those desires to manifest in our lives. Desire is not merely a material yearning, but a call from the soul, pointing us toward our true purpose. It is a divine signal that guides us on the path of self-realization. The law of intention and desire reminds us that our desires are not random or insignificant. They are sacred impulses of the spirit that are meant to guide us toward growth, fulfillment, and alignment with the divine plan. By setting intentions from a place of clarity and love, we activate the flow of universal energy, which brings our desires into manifestation in the most perfect and timely manner. However, this law also emphasizes the importance of releasing attachment to the outcome. While it's essential to set clear intentions, we must trust that the universe will bring us what is best for our spiritual growth, even if it doesn't always align with our limited understanding of what we want. This requires deep faith in the process, knowing that the universe operates from a higher perspective, one that sees the bigger picture. The act of surrendering control and allowing life to unfold naturally is a vital component of the law of intention and desire. It is about holding the intention without attachment, remaining open to the possibilities that the universe has in store for us. This law teaches us that desires are not just personal goals. They are expressions of the divine will, and by aligning with this will, we enter into a partnership with the universe, co-creating a life that is fulfilling on both a material and spiritual level. The more we embody this law, the more we realize that true fulfillment comes from a balance of intention and surrender, desire and detachment. We become aware that our desires, when nurtured with faith and love, unfold in ways that serve our highest good, bringing us closer to our soul's purpose and the universal flow of abundance. The law of detachment teaches us one of the most profound spiritual truths. True freedom and peace come not from holding on, but from letting go. This law invites us to release our attachment to specific outcomes, people, and material things, recognizing that attachment creates limitations and prevents the flow of divine energy in our lives. Detachment is not about renouncing the world or becoming indifferent. Rather, it is about cultivating an inner state of surrender and trust, where we remain open to life as it unfolds. When we detach, we are not disengaging from life, but rather becoming more deeply connected to the essence of existence itself. Detachment is about understanding that everything in the material world is temporary, and that our true fulfillment comes from within. When we let go of our need to control, we create the space for divine wisdom to guide us. In this state of openness, we can receive what is meant for us without resistance or fear. The law of detachment is intricately connected to the practice of surrender, which asks us to trust in the divine timing of the universe. When we let go of the need to control outcomes, we allow the universe to bring us what we need at the right time, in the most perfect form. This requires a deep level of faith and understanding that the universe always provides exactly what we need for our spiritual growth, even if it doesn't always match our expectations. By detaching from the need for specific outcomes, we free ourselves from the anxiety and stress that comes from trying to force things to happen. This law teaches us to embrace uncertainty, knowing that the unknown holds infinite possibilities for growth and expansion. Detachment also allows us to deepen our relationships with others. When we release expectations and attachments to how others should behave or what they should give us, we create the space for genuine connection and love to flourish. This detachment is not about withdrawing from people, but about releasing the need for them to meet our personal desires or fulfill our expectations. In this state, we are able to give and receive love freely, without conditions. As we practice the law of detachment, we step into a life of greater peace, joy, and spiritual freedom. We learn to live with an open heart, accepting whatever comes our way with grace, knowing that the universe is always guiding us toward what is best for our soul's evolution. The law of Dharma teaches us that every individual has a unique purpose in life, a divine calling that is deeply intertwined with the fabric of the universe. This law reminds us that we are not here by accident, but rather each of us has a special role to play in the grand tapestry of existence. Dharma is the path that leads us to the fulfillment of our highest potential, and when we align with this purpose, we experience a deep sense of meaning and spiritual satisfaction. Living in harmony with our Dharma brings us into alignment with the flow of universal energy, enabling us to serve both ourselves and others in ways that contribute to the greater good. At its core, the law of Dharma is about recognizing that our true purpose is not merely about personal achievement or external success, but about the service of humanity and the world around us. It is about finding joy in the expression of our unique talents and using them to contribute to the collective growth of the universe. Each person has unique gifts, whether it's creativity, compassion, wisdom, or a deep understanding of the natural world. When we discover and honor these gifts, we not only fulfill our own purpose, but also add to the spiritual wealth of the world. The law of Dharma is also about aligning our desires with the greater divine will. As we move closer to our true purpose, our desires and intentions naturally align with the flow of universal energy, creating harmony and abundance in our lives. By practicing Dharma, we let go of the distractions and desires that lead us away from our true path and embrace a life of clarity and purpose. We learn that fulfillment comes not from accumulating material wealth or seeking external validation, but from living in accordance with our higher calling. The more we live in alignment with our Dharma, the more we experience a deep sense of peace and contentment. Our life becomes an expression of love, wisdom, and divine guidance. The law of Dharma reminds us that we are part of a larger cosmic plan, and when we fulfill our unique purpose, we contribute to the universal flow of love and energy. It's not just about discovering our purpose, but about living it fully, knowing that in doing so, we are fulfilling our soul's mission. This law encourages us to trust that everything we experience, whether success or failure, is part of our spiritual growth and leads us closer to understanding and living our divine purpose. The law of abundance is the culmination of all the spiritual laws we've explored, reminding us that the universe is infinite in its capacity to provide for us. Abundance isn't just about material wealth. It encompasses every aspect of life: love, health, creativity, joy, and spiritual fulfillment. The law of abundance teaches us that there is an endless supply of everything we need and desire. And when we align with this truth, we open ourselves to receiving more than we can ever imagine. The key to unlocking this abundant flow lies in recognizing that we are already abundant in every moment, and the universe is always working in our favor. This law encourages us to embrace a mindset of abundance instead of scarcity. When we believe that there is always enough, we stop limiting ourselves with thoughts of lack and open ourselves to the limitless possibilities that surround us. Abundance flows naturally when we cultivate a sense of gratitude, trust, and openness. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we begin to attract more of what we desire. One of the greatest obstacles to experiencing abundance is the belief that we are not worthy of it. The law of abundance reminds us that we are all worthy of receiving simply because we exist. It is our birthright to experience the richness of life. And when we recognize this truth, we dissolve any resistance to abundance. The more we allow ourselves to accept and embrace abundance, the more it will flow into our lives, effortlessly and effortlessly. True abundance is not about chasing after things or hoarding resources. It is about being in harmony with the flow of life, trusting that what we need will come to us when we are in alignment with our highest self. When we stop trying to control outcomes and surrender to the flow of the universe, we are guided to exactly what we need at the right time. It's about letting go of the fear of not having enough and stepping into the trust that the universe is an endless source of provision. Abundance is a reflection of the infinite energy of the universe, and the more we open ourselves to it, the more we become conduits for that energy. In fact, when we experience abundance, we become a source of abundance for others as well. The more we give and share, the more we receive. It creates a cycle of flow and eternal loop that nourishes us and everyone around us. This is the spiritual truth behind abundance. The more we give, the more we are blessed. As you reflect on the law of abundance, consider how you can begin to shift your perspective from lack to abundance. It's not just about what you want to manifest in the physical world, it's about aligning with the energetic flow of the universe. So take a deep breath, trust that the universe is already bringing you everything you need, and open your heart to receive the abundance that is yours by divine right. Remember, abundance isn't just a concept, it's a way of living. And the more you embrace this law, the more you'll see just how much is already available to you. If you feel inspired by these teachings, I encourage you to take the next step in your spiritual journey. Start today by focusing on the abundance that is already present in your life, whether it's through gratitude, giving, or simply trusting in the flow of life. Every small shift you make will bring you closer to a life of limitless potential and fulfillment. Now, go ahead, step into your abundance and let it flow. The universe is waiting to bless you.